Good morning, future homeowners. Welcome to yourrealestateacademy.com, the place where you're going to find out everything you wanted to know about real estate but were afraid to ask. My name is Debbie McGrann. I'm a real estate agent in Maryland, but my team can help you in all 50 states. Now, today we're going to look at the fears. There's fears that people have that are holding them back from home ownership. We don't want that to happen to you. We want you to face your fears, and we're there for you. We're a partner for you. Face your fears. It's usually not as bad as what everybody thinks. So people wonder, what if I have a bad credit score? What if I've had a foreclosure? What if I've had a bankruptcy? Or what if I've had student loans? We're going to have a video to address each one. And today we're going to do credit. We're going to address credit. Now, again, fear not. Lots of people have had credit issues and it's fixable. It's fixable and probably easier than you think. So we want to face your fears and find solutions for you. Now, what is credit? Everybody says the credit. What is credit? Credit is your ability to borrow money. And for homeowners, you're going to be borrowing money from a mortgage company. And when we say the lender is the person that works for the mortgage company. So we'll say mortgage company, we'll say lender. It's really all the same person. Credit is a privilege, not a right. It's a privilege to borrow money because it's somebody else's money. So they have to make sure that you're trustworthy and you'll pay back your bills. That's what the credit history reflects. Your credit history shows the lender how you have managed your money over time and paid back your responsibility on your debt. Your personal credit report begins the first time you apply for credit. Some of us applied for credit when we were 18, 22, 25, whatever. And when you're that young, chances are you're going to make a mistake. So all of us have. So the good part is your credit history, your credit rating does not last forever. It changes. If you made a mistake when you're 18 and now you're 30, that mistake is probably gone. It's not even reflective. But if it's still there, there's ways to fix it. That's what we have to remember. I'm going to be repeating that a lot. It's fixable. Why is good credit so important? A good credit history gives confidence to the lender that you're going to pay your debt back on time. And that's what your mortgage is. It's a debt. And the mortgage company has that debt. Lenders are more likely to extend credit if they see that you've paid back your other debt. So if you've had a car loan and you've paid that regularly and on time, that's going to raise your credit score. If something happened and you didn't pay it on time a couple of times, that's going to be a red flag and it's going to count against you, but maybe not so much. So that's why that's why the lender will review your credit score with you, and they can make suggestions that are going to improve your score. Now, how long does that take? This is all part of the home owner's plan that we're going to make for you. Sometimes if you need to improve your credit, it only takes 30 days, sometimes 90 days, sometimes a year, depending on what you have to do and how serious you are about it. But we're not going anywhere. We're going to be here. We're going to be along with you when you work on your home ownership plan. Now, if your credit history is not strong, sometimes you may have to pay a higher rate, or sometimes you might not qualify for a certain type of loan. But don't worry about that. The lender will go over everything that's available to you. Even if your credit is a little low now and you can maybe have to pay a little higher rate, it's probably still better to buy a home than it is to wait 2 years or whatever. So the sooner you can buy a home, financially, you're building wealth, so the better off you are. Credit report will help you achieve both your short-term and long-term goals. Maybe you have a short-term goal of buying a car, but here's a hint: buy the house first before you buy the car. So your goal is going to be home ownership. That's what you want to focus on. That's what that credit. As soon as you get into your home, you get approved for your home, you settle on your home. Maybe you're there 30 days. Then you can go apply for a car loan, but not before, because it'll make a big difference in how much you can afford to spend. How do you establish good credit? Establishing credit and improving credit have the same steps. And we have a handout for you, a download. It's called Building Better Credit. This also helps you build credit, improve your credit, and establish credit. And it's easy. It's really easy. But anything that's easy, it still takes work. Now, here's a warning. Never go to a credit repair company. These companies, they're not looking out your best interest sometimes. They're trying to make money for themselves. The lender and I can help you just as much as they can. And we're free. We don't charge anything for this. Plus, we know what the lender and the mortgage company looks for on your credit history. So the credit repair companies don't care about that. So do not go to them. I've spoken to some clients. They went to credit repair companies. They spent hundreds of dollars and their credit got worse. So there's a lot of problems with these companies. So don't call them, call me. We'll get you on the right track. So how do you build credit and how do you establish credit? The first thing you need to do is you need to open a bank account. We can't keep money in the mattress, as we say. The money has to be in the bank account. So this is good for you. It's good for you to teach your children too. You've got to have that money in the bank account. You can trust banks. You can trust banks. Never spend more than you have in your bank account, because that's going to be a ding, because you're going to have a non-sufficient fund reporting. So you have to be careful about that. Get a gas card or a store card, something that you use a lot, maybe one that even has a cash back benefit, but always pay it back on time. That's how you can establish your credit and you can improve your credit. So the trick is, get a credit card, get a small loan from the bank, get a bank card, maybe from your bank, keep it small, but do it on time. And the lender can give you some suggestions, and there's suggestions in the download. Now, credit is so important that we have a link to 2 classes, online classes on our website, and they are about credit. One's in English and one's in Spanish. So anybody you refer them to this class. It's very good. It has a huge amount of information, and it's for beginners. Make your kids sit down and watch it, because it's important for them too. One important thing to remember is, don't fear finding out what your credit is, your credit history is, because that's the first step in your homeownership plan. You got to know. Don't be afraid of finding out, because if you don't find out, you're not going to be able to advance on your plan. Plus, a lot of times people call me and they say, I have a bad credit. It's not as bad as they think. It's not near as bad as they think. You see on TV, 700. You can buy a house with a 580 credit score, okay? So it's probably not as bad as you think. So let's not knock that fear down. Plus, remember, it doesn't last forever. What your credit score is today, if there needs to be improvement, we can fix it for tomorrow. So don't worry about that either. So it doesn't last forever. It's probably not as bad as you think, and don't be afraid. So go on our website, yourrealestateacademy.com, download the materials, watch that class, and give me a call if you have any questions. And I look forward to helping you with your home ownership plan. And credit is important, so spend some time and get the information you need.